Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. Maybe especially today, too many people tend to be reflexive rather than reflective. In psychologist Daniel Kahneman's terms, they succumb to level 1 thinking when level 2 would be wiser. This little talk attempts to show that even seemingly clearly bad human characteristics, the so-called 7 deadly sins, have a defensible other side. The hope is that it might inspire the viewers to look between the poles for nuance, because that's often where wisdom lies, whether it's in what to believe, whom to consort with, or whom to vote for in 2020. Vanity, one of the 7 deadly sins, is defined in the 7 deadly sins as an inflated assessment of your virtues. Sure, that can lead to unrealistic goals and unfair diminution of others, but many high achievers attribute their success in part to high, even inflated confidence, often what's termed a can-do attitude. In addition, it simply feels more pleasurable to feel you're excellent, even if that view is a little inflated. And shouldn't pleasure be considered in assessing if vanity, that is excessive pride, is indeed a deadly sin? Envy is the craving of others' attributes, possessions, or situations. Yeah, envy militates against gratitude for the good that we have, but it also may drive us to accomplish more. He or she has a lovely spouse, home, and lifestyle. I want to work hard to get that too. Is that a deadly sin? Not from where I sit. Gluttony means eating more than we need. Sure, overweight causes disease, and in the conventional view is unattractive. But enjoying food is, at least for the vast majority of Americans, one of the few easily and immediate pleasures. And as George Bernard Shaw wrote, there is no love sincerer than the love of food. So, can gluttony reasonably be considered a deadly sin? Lust refers to craving sexual pleasure. That hardly seems a deadly sin, even if it refers to straying from monogamy. Certainly, if that's sanctioned by the partner, it's no sin. And even if not, it seems to warrant venial, not mortal sin status. At minimum, lust, even in infidelity, is pervasive enough that it's more accurately described as a common human failing rather than as a deadly sin, lest we write off a huge chunk of humankind as wretches. Oops. Per the classic hymn Amazing Grace, that is what some religions deem people to be. I don't. Anger refers in the deadly sins to excessive annoyance. Yes, proneness to anger is to be criticized, but anger has also fueled many people's drive to achieve. For example, anger is a driver behind the women's and civil rights movements. On a micro scale, anger is, for example, what pushes a spouse who's been taken advantage of to leave, even if it means enduring the pain of divorcing. A number of my career counseling clients have said that being told, "You're stupid," triggered the excessive anger that fueled them to persevere in accomplishing. "I'll prove you wrong." Deadly sin? More nuance is required. Greed is the excessive desire for wealth. Sure, greed has spawned much unethical behavior and spending of time on the pursuit of lucre over the more important. But even greed has an upside. As mentioned in a minute or two ago when I was talking about envy or anger, greed can fuel people to work hard and, if only incidentally, be contributory. And finally, sloth. That refers to the avoidance of work. That is the deadly sin that I have the hardest time defending, because I do believe that the life well led is defined by the amount of contribution. Sloth, of course, is inimical to that. So for me, sloth may be the deadly sin. So, is there even one belief that you have held, whether it be around these 7 deadly sins or not, a belief you've held monolithically that might warrant revisiting? Might there be some wisdom in the opposing position, at least some wisdom? Or at minimum, should we be more accepting of our oh-so-human failings? In any event, I thank you for watching. Feel free to give this a thumbs up or a thumbs down as you deem appropriate. Make a comment. Hit the share button and share it. Subscribe to my channel. And in any event, I do appreciate your watching. I am Marty Nemko.